Welcome to Mediocre Gaming, and today we're playing The Crew 2. Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and salutations. Today we're putting Clarence in the corner. Let's get to it. So the Blue Headquarters is the home to your rival Clarence. He is Clarence the Third. He in a long line of racing families. And once you beat him, you have access to the Aston Martin Vulcan, which you see here. Now, what do you have to do to get it? You have to finish 70% of the activities and events from the blue category. So, touring cars, Grand Prix races, powerboats, aerial races, and then also skills and photo ops. Once you get up to that 70%, then you have the rival race unlocked. Once you beat it, then you have access to this car. Alright, so what about the rival race? The rival race consists of 3 separate parts. The first part of the race is in your touring car, and then you'll switch out to your powerboat, and the final leg of the race will be in the Grand Prix car. The important thing to know about this race is that it is always in the snow. It's not snowing, but there's snow on the ground, so it will make turns that much more difficult. Now, when you're in this race, you will want to put as much distance in the first 2 parts of the race as you can. Once you get into the Grand Prix car, it'll be much more difficult to either catch up to them or maintain the lead. So you want to get as much distance as you can in the first 2 legs of the race, in the touring car and the powerboat, and then you have a little bit of wiggle room in that last part. Now, part of it is just knowing where the turns are. How do you know where the turns are? Well, you run the race a few times. So if you're good with the old side eye and you're able to keep an eye on that mini map and see where the turns are coming and still be able to race without running into other cars, etc., you're in good shape. You should be able to do it within 1 or 2 tries. If you are, well, more like me, as soon as you look down at the mini map, all of a sudden there's a car coming the other direction and you ram right into him, it'll be a little bit more difficult. You'll have to run it a few tries, take the race a few goes, and then once you learn about where all the turns are at and where to go, then it'll be a little bit easier. Now I find that the powerboat checkpoints are a little bit easier. You have an idea of where the next one's at even before you get past that one checkpoint. So even before you get through one checkpoint, you know where the next checkpoint's at, and it's not a big deal. Now once you get to the Grand Prix, all the Grand Prix cars, even if it's totally maxed out, are very, very similar. There's not a lot of difference between a base level, say the proto Grand Prix car versus a maxed out one. There's a little bit of a difference, but really it's not that different between a stock and a maxed out version, which makes that leg of the race that much more difficult. So knowing where the turns are at, knowing where to slow down and where to speed up and use your nitro will make a big difference. Hopefully you can get this race in one go But if not, don't feel bad about it. Just go back through, do it again and again until you finish it and you can get in first place. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to ring the bell before you leave to be notified of all future episodes as soon as they go live. And thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing, and we'll see you next time.